Interesting dynamic inside the building here at NBC Sports today because on one, you got so many Yankees fans like yourself.
Yes.
Sorry for what happened last night. So there's
You, Paul.
a little bit I grew up a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
Had to suffer through all those for all
Right.
those years.
Right.
I don't feel too bad for any Yankees
Yep.
fan. But you have that feeling. But you also have the Giants and the Jets winning for the first time over the weekend. So there's reasons to be up and reasons to be down
Well,
from
there's
a fan
definitely reasons to be
standpoint here.
down. There's a lot of Red Sox fans in this building, too.
And what
I
do you
mean,
think
our
of that?
boss is from Boston.
I
so
know.
if you're like from Boston, he's like, hired. You can work here at NBC. What? You don't know anything about TV? Doesn't matter. You're a Red Sox fan, a Patriots fan? Come on.
But he's real shy about letting his Boston
of course.
sports
You know
fan
those
come
Boston
through.
sports fans. They're real shy.
You'd never know
They're
from being around
they're
him.
every bit as obnoxious as the New York sports fans.
Let's begin with some good news for the Jets.
Yeah.
Jets win. Zach Wilson making some pretty big-time throws in the second half, 27-24 over Tennessee in overtime.
Jets, like, I couldn't be more proud of the Jets, I think, just in the fact of, like, I know Robert Saleh and from his days with Shanahan, and, like, I just think he's a really good football coach and has a great way of communicating, and his energy rubs off on the team. I mean, first off, their defense plays good every week. Every week. And there's no Marcus May, no LaMarcus Joyner, no Jared Davis, no Carl Lawson. What would that defense look like if they had those four guys right there? That'd be
better.
scary,
Yeah.
right? So I look at that, how they compete there. Offensive side of the ball, like doing a lot of really good things. And this is where I want to like get into people a little bit about like context does matter when we talk about these quarterbacks. First off, I know Zach Wilson's been, a little all over the place. I get that. I've stayed firm and I like his look, as you know. And out of all the quarterbacks, nobody's being asked to affect the game or carry the offense out of all the rookie quarterbacks more than Zach Wilson. Nobody. The degree of difficulty of throws he's being asked to make on a play-by-play basis is way greater than anybody else in football. Now, maybe he doesn't have all the plays that Mac Jones is running up in New England, but, they're asking Mac Jones to just – hey, 5 yards here, 6 yards here. Our system's great, and just execute
He
it.
threw like 90% of his balls. He played great.
But
like in a little box in the middle of the field. That's
Exactly
it.
right.
Yeah.
The Jets, you turn them on any week, they're going, we need the 103 fastball, paint the corners against the best teams and best batters in baseball, whatever. I'm just trying to give them an analogy.
Which one of those two you think is more being like the rookie year will be better for which quarterback if they keep executing those kind of offenses?
Well, I mean, Zach Wilson to me still is the greatest arm talent of all these guys and the greatest ability to, within the pocket, make the jaw-dropping, oh my gosh, look at that laser throw. Where he changed this week is he stopped trying to be Johnny Pocket passer. That's the one thing he had missed the first few weeks, where you're just going, I know they're telling you to go through the reads and stand in there. You're trying to please Mike LaFleur, and look, I can go through the reads and be a quarterback. But, man, we drafted you at 2 because you're a baller and you make plays when shit's not open.
Right.
And that's what I saw from him this week that I loved. And he got a little confidence, like in the second quarter. He hit a deep out to the right and a deep out to the left, and it's like it took the pressure off him. And he just threw strikes from there on out, and it was really cool to see.
Let's look at his best play. I mean, there were a lot of really good ones, but it was tied at 17 about halfway through the fourth quarter, and he finds Corey Davis. It's just a thing of beauty. If you fell in love with his talent in the spring, this is his best play yet.
No doubt. And he had some really unbelievable plays in this game. And again, this is where I want to – the degree of difficulty of throw they're going to ask him to make here again, even before he waves the guy deep, and we'll show all that. But, they're not running the ball that well. I mean, for them to win, Zach Wilson has to make plays every week, period. And so we'll see where that goes. But let's check this one out because, hey, they're a play-action team. That's what they want to do. And LaFleur, of course, his brother likes play action. Shanahan, where he coached from, he likes play action. But what he does more towards his brother, because he's got Rodgers, is he throws the ball outside the numbers, like I've talked about with Shanahan, where I wish they would throw the ball outside the numbers more. So here we go. Let's break it down. Oh, man, my hip is annoying. If anybody's wondering why I'm holding the mic as I'm sitting in the chair, I can't bend over all the way. So, all right. Let me go.
I laugh because I empathize, buddy.
Oh, my gosh. It's so annoying. All right. Let me get to this the right way. All right. So, normal play here. Let me just get back a little farther. Normal play here, fake fake weak side zone. Tight end's going to come over here, right? It's really like off of a, hey, we like to run the zone cut back, right? We hope to get everybody flowing this way. Linemen come this way. Tight end kicks out this defensive end, and he can find a cutback lane, right? But like certainly a staple of this offense, or Shanahan and McVay, all those guys from that coaching tree. And within that, they're going to do, this is, let me make sure I got this right. I think this is Keelan Cole. He's going to run like a 20-yard out route, all right? 20-yard out route, Jamison Crowder on a shallow cross, Corey Davis on a deep cross, all right? So here's just, again, an example of going like pretty high degree of difficulty to throw. Hey, we'd like you on the run to throw a 20-yard out route, and if he's not open, hit the 20-yard crosser on the run. No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. And to me, that's where I go, like, context matters about how they're asking or what they're asking of that player. So let it on play here a little bit, right? That's not me drawing. That's the telecast. That's the last circle. All right, right here. Now, listen, I'm not going to lie. He probably could have put it on this guy. That's his first read, right? It's really 1 to 2 to 3 over here. That's his first read.
Is he running like a 30-yard comeback?
It is. I think they snapped the ball at the 50-yard line.
So 20, okay.
So he's running the 20-yard out route, like I was saying. Yeah, 22-yard out route, right? So again, like those little context clues tell you what they think of the player, though.
He's 10 yards. He being Zach, 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He's 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, running to his right.
Yeah.
And they're going, well, you can do this, no problem, right? So that's where I go, like, hey, I like the look, and they obviously do, because he's obviously doing these things in practice to give them the confidence to go call it. All right, so now let's get to the cool part, because he made so many really cool plays. All right, so this is what I want to show first off. Here's the point. All right, let me just get back a little. Look at the point. All right, he's pointing. Look at where Corey Davis is. I mean, there's Janoris Jenkins, right? I mean, I think what I'm more impressed by is the kid's got kahunas or guts to just go, wait, I played some football, and I can unleash this thing. And I think if you just go, we'll outthrow the coverage here.
Yeah.
And first off, I think the most amazing thing is he does it on, and I'm going to do it this way because I'm a lefty. He doesn't like set up and then go boom and really hitch into it. He kind of just stops and goes, huh? Yeah. Like what? Like that's freaky. I just
right before he got hit too.
Right before he got hit.
Yeah.
But it's freaky. He just stops. He doesn't really take a gather power hitch step to let me unleash this. I'm just going to plant my foot in the ground and turn my shoulder and throw it 60 yards in the air.
Yep.
Yeah. So, boom. And, I mean, again, when he unleashes this, he's got him by a step.
Half.
You see Janoris Jenkins there, half a step. You're right. It's half a step. But he throws an absolute dime.
Perfect.
I mean, perfect. Without really gathering a huge part of the football game. Again, what I want everybody to look at is just, here. Well, let's just focus on how he kind of gets back into this position, because I think that's really cool. And again, this is a very short list of people who could do that right there.
Yeah.
It's a very short list. That's Mahomes, it's Allen, it's Rodgers. I'm not even sure Russell Wilson can do it to that extent. And I think the world of Russell Wilson, but it's that special to be able to just get it up and out like that.
You know what it made me think of, too, aside from just being happy for the kid?
Right.
In the spring, at these pro days and the combine when we're able to see it, people will kind of chuckle and laugh at, Zach Wilson rolled out to his left and was kind of falling down and threw it 65 yards downfield. Who cares? He's never going to do that in a game.
He'll never do that in a game. Yeah, that's always the bullshit talking point.
We have seen examples, I think, from Justin Herbert last year as well. Same kind of thing where you watch, you're like, wait a second, 60 yards downfield, that ball's not falling apart.
No.
He's putting it where he wants, no matter where his balance is going.
Right.
So that didn't make Zach a great quarterback that he could do that when he did his pro day. But it does show up. It does matter.
100%.
When people are raving, people really know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Are raving about what they see in a pro day, because sometimes it shows up on Sunday.
And it changes the game.
Exactly.
And it wins a game. And that's what it did.
Game. Yeah.
And it won the game in this one. I mean, really, this was hard to pick a play this week, because he also had the other play where It's a third down. He scrambles to his right and throws another 60-yard laser down the right sideline.
Yep.
You know, there should have been a touchdown, but Keelan Cole kind of like just wanted to make sure he caught it. You know, the overtime corner route throw he throws to Keelan Cole, where not only recognizing the coverage and knowing that's messed up, but throws a beautiful touch, like 30-yard corner route perfectly. You know, listen, I know Zach Wilson's my favorite of all the quarterbacks and all that, but again, I'm not going to get off of it yet. To me, it's still the most talented thrower of this draft, and he doesn't seem to waver in his confidence or be a deer in the headlights even through the struggles, and I respect that about him, especially here in New York.
Jets fans are apprehensive to get too confident, so they're probably hedging their bets a little bit, but they play the Falcons in London this weekend.
Right.
2 in a row could be coming, right?
It could be. I mean, they can beat the Falcons 100%. There's no doubt. With the way their defense is playing, yes. Not a great pass rush in Atlanta. You know, of course, you know, the Jets are still learning how to play ball and do all that, but that's another one. I don't know who I'm going to pick, but I probably favor the Jets a little bit in this matchup. The only thing is hey, they're putting a lot on this kid. They're putting a lot on him. They're asking him to make plays to win the game because it's the only way they can right now. They're not quite good. Pete asked me, he goes, why? Yeah. Because they're not quite good enough to be able to say, we're just going to stay consistent with the run. Our defense is good, but we're not creating turnovers and going to win the game with our defense yet.
Do you think they're doing him a disservice long term by expecting so much right now?
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they're going crazy. The one thing I'll say is, even when they're not running it great, they keep running it. They don't go, hey, let's just drop them back and let them get killed like we saw Joe Burrow last year.
Yeah.
So I do think they're very aware of what they're doing that way. But I also think they're going, damn, this is one of the, a little bit like you hear me say with the Bears, this is one of the blue chip things we got of our offense, is this guy's ability to make like game-changing throws. So we don't want to abandon that just for like, oh, we're going to cuddle him and he might lose his confidence. I think they know the kid's not, I think they know he's confident and
Clearly.
he can do this. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
With the way they're calling the games and, like you said, his confidence, just not knowing him at all, but just the way he's carrying himself out there from the start of the game to the end, it's pretty impressive.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.